People are acting like Emmet Sheehan is already the savior for the Dodgers. The only winners for LAFC reaching the Club World Cup are in the owner's box. And on second thought, maybe the UFL MVP can join an NFL roster. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the Faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It is June 15th, 2025. Happy Father's Day. And by the way, we added a new subscriber to the Angeleno Familia yesterday. Thank you for getting in on the ground floor. We're going to do our best to keep you informed. It's also Sunday, the Lord's Day. If you believe as I do, take a moment and thank Him for the blessings in your life, like LA sports. And if you like being in the know about LA, click-clack the like button. Click-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It lets you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. Now, before we go through the news and notes, a quick look at the scoreboard. Dodgers 11, Scum Francisco 5. You know, lost amidst that ass whooping, Clayton Kershaw is now just 12 strikeouts away from 3,000. And by the way, the Dodgers' magic number slides to 91. Galaxy 3, St. Louis 3. Minnesota knocked out the Sparks 101-78, and North Carolina edged Angel City FC 2-1. Meanwhile, today, Scum Francisco wraps up their series with the Dodgers at 4. What do you say we get to the news? Emmet Sheehan is returning to civilization, guys. So saith the Athletic. No more Oklahoma City for him. No. It's bright lights. It's a big city. It's people with opposable thumbs. So well done. Welcome back. Welcome back to civilization. And while if you're a Dodger fan, your initial reaction might be to rejoice, Lord knows the beat writers are sure acting that way. You have to take a step back. And I realize I have been pounding this drum for a long time. But this is yet once again an indicator of just how much self-inflicted pointless damage the Dodgers pitching coaches do to the rest of the team. Again, I realize it's getting super repetitive, but they keep doing it. We have spent more time talking about Emmet Sheehan, the Tommy John surgery patient, than we actually have talked about Emmet Sheehan, the Major League Baseball pitcher. Because Sheehan's only pitched in 13 Major League games. Do you recall back 2023? The Dodgers, they bring up a wave of blue chip starting pitchers from the minors. We had talked about it before it was happening. The AA Tulsa Drillers back then, they were making national headlines because they had a 6-man rotation that scouts across the game were drooling over. Oh, all of them were going to be impact starters, they predicted. Maybe not all of them aces, but all of them quality starters. And Mark Pryor injured damn near all of them. What are we going to do, right? Sheehan, Tommy John surgery. River Ryan, Tommy John surgery. Kyle Hurt, Tommy John surgery. Nick Frasso hasn't even reached the majors yet, by the way. Multiple surgeries for him. Nick Nastrini, by the way, has avoided all of this because he was traded to the White Sox before the Dodgers coaches would sever his arm. And by the way, why would Tulsa's surefire rotation of studs all get called up? Why would that happen? Well, same time frame. Walker Buehler, Tommy John surgery. Dustin May, Tommy John surgery. Do you see what I'm saying? Tony Gonsolin, Tommy John surgery. What I'm getting at is the Dodgers pitching methods have not only decimated their major league roster, but a legion, an army of top pitching prospects as well. Now, as for Sheehan, for all the hype he got as a top prospect, keep in mind his ERA in the majors is 4.92. Granted, that's back in 2023. But hell, in his last rehab start, the dude didn't even make it out of the fourth inning, and he allowed 4 earned runs in the Midwest manure pit. This is our savior, right? I mean, I'm not trying to sit there and say the Dodgers are doomed. I'm not. I'm a lifetime Dodger fan. I know what that offense is capable of. That offense alone is going to carry that team into the playoffs. But what does it mean for the pitching staff? Hard to say. We know that Sheehan is going to pitch a bullpen sesh this week. Hopefully Pryor won't jack up his arm then. We do know that Ben Kasparius will keep a spot in the rotation. Kershaw's in, that's obvious. So is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But then you're wondering, who is the 5th guy? Or do they go 6? Is it May? Is it Landon Knack? You tell me. What about Shohei Ohtani? It's actually starting to finally look like a possibility. The dude dropped a hint that he might be back before the All-Star break. He was joking around with the scribes yesterday, and he was like, it kind of seems likely. Now, his next pitching sesh out of the bullpen is midweek. But yeah, how many of these guys, right? It's gotten to the point where we're actually thinking, we're convincing ourselves Emmet Sheehan is going to be the one-arm solution to all of the Dodgers' issues. What benefit is the FIFA Club World Cup to LAFC? The players? The fans? Do you see it for them? Don't get me wrong. Of course, you would want your team to be in the Club World Cup. But when the Seattle Sounders protested by wearing t-shirts that suggested being in this tournament was nothing but a cynical cash grab, you have to wonder if LAFC should have gone to the fashion district, hopefully avoided ICE once they got there, and created a graphic t-shirt of their own. Because frankly for them, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of pluses here. For example, and I've been harping on this for a couple of weeks now, Seattle gets 3 home games in pool play. Now, they may not like everything that's going on with being in the Club World Cup, but at least they're not making transcontinental flights. LAFC is. They are off to Atlanta to start a 3-match East Coast road trip. Oh, goody. Not only that, I mean, look at what's happening. FIFA is sitting there wondering why tickets to this World Cup are about as popular as the Snow White reboot. And the players, they're only going to get chump change for the prize money. And if you're a fan, you want to see the team play, you're on a plane going across the country too. That's thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Whereas MLS and club management, they're lining their pockets with millions. And oh, by the way, there's a distinct chance that the Black and Gold simply won't be able to compete in this tournament. I don't mean they won't play. I'm saying they won't compete to win. Because there's this group called Opta. They create power rankings for clubs worldwide. And they have ranked LAFC as the 126th best club in the world. Now, none of this is meant to blast LAFC. It really isn't. It's to crack back on MLS. The salary structure suffocates improvement. The clubs are allegedly valuable. Oh, MLS can't wait to tell you how valuable the clubs are. But that's partially because the core salary cap for an MLS roster, the core salary cap is just $5.7 million. A single Major League Baseball player's salary is averaged at $5.1 million. So the point is, LA's soccer teams are ambitious. International soccer teams, on the other hand, can be ambitious, and they are permitted to behave with ambition. Big difference. Big difference. It's hard to see the advantage to play 3 games on the other side of the continent and get chump change for it. I spent a good deal of time yesterday talking about how former Rams third stringer Bryce Perkins is the most valuable player in the UFL. Wow. Because if you run the numbers, that would make him the 97th best quarterback in professional football. NFL teams, they already employ 3 quarterbacks. None of them are going to quit so they can suit up for the St. Louis Battlehawks. Stop that, right? But now I'm starting to reconsider that take. Not that Bryce Perkins is in line to surpass Matthew Stafford or even Jimmy Garoppolo. But what about Stetson Bennett? Some joker who writes about SEC football, he asked the Rams coaching staff about Bennett because Bennett went to Georgia, right? And the coaches said, oh, all the sweetest things. The sweetest of sweetest things that ever sweetened. Stuff so sweet it would make your teeth fizz, turn brown, and fall out your mouth. Just spilled syrup all over the guy like it was some sort of a fetish. Never mind that Bennett attended Georgia until he was 25 and didn't even graduate then. Never mind that he was arrested just prior to the NFL draft. And then after the Rams took him on day 3 of said draft, he left the team under super sus circumstances. And by the way, the last time we saw Bennett, he threw 5 picks in the preseason. This is not a future asset. This is not a future starter. I wouldn't even label him as a future clipboard carrier on second string. Stetson Bennett is a less famous version of Johnny Manziel. And as a result, would it really be surprising to see Perkins get promoted to one of the top 96 quarterbacks in pro football? Would it surprise you if Sean McVay lobbed the guy a phone call? Just wondering. Here's something to keep an eye on. Mike Williams did not participate in mandatory minicamp for the Chargers. The Bolts will not say what Williams is dealing with. They will admit that he's injured, and they claim he will be ready to go in training camp. So, am I saying they're lying? Of course not. I am saying it's something, if you're a Charger fan, you should keep your eye on. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me, for example, Emmet Sheehan, Dodger savior, or are we just kind of drinking a little too much opium on a Sunday? For that matter, what are your thoughts about LAFC and the strain it must be to go to the Club World Cup? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Cortel Queso production. Take care.